Blogger Roundup. It's myOrganized.life, August 31st, 2018, the official last day of August.
Yes, officially.
Yes.
Officially.
And hopping into the Labor Day weekend, it's going to be good. We got to wrap this up,
yes,
type
we do.
a few things, get on a phone call to our folks on the West Coast, and then right off into the sunset, except that the sun is going to be...
Did you just explain to people the rest of your day?
Yeah, well, and not right off in the sunset. It's getting dark at like 5 o'clock now. So.
5? No.
Yes, it is.
You're exaggerating.
It was dark the other day, but I think that's because it's raining. But
yes, it's not getting dark at 5.
I do exaggerate, but anyway, it is myOrganized.life. I'm John Hunt.
I'm Leanne Thompson.
This is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, behind-the-scenes stories, get your questions and comments answered.
Embellish when it gets dark out
Yes,
now.
that's true. I know. We don't want fall to really get here.
No, we still have a couple weeks.
It is Friday, and today is Blogger Roundup, right?
Yes.
And you've been working hard, I guess, right?
I have been working hard.
Diligently this
Yes.
week, and come up with some very good entries in the bloggers.
Good entries. We have 3 new ones. Not new to us. Brand new posts.
Well, obviously, we're not going to redo blog posts.
No, we're not. But these posts were just posted within the last day or two. So
nice. Fresh.
They're fresh.
Good.
Fresh.
Fresh. We have one from Freshly Organized, too.
I know. I was going to say that later.
All right. Well,
okay.
Who do we got? You're going to start out today.
Shauna Turner from the Shauna Method.
Yep.
Didn't we focus on her last week?
I think Shauna was on last week,
Shauna
too.
is...
Well, she's diligent.
She's a regular.
She should get a good shout out for being a regular blogger. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who are getting these things out.
Yes, they're not on the summer slide.
Yeah, or on the once every 5 months.
Right.
And that's okay. You know, it's not easy to be a blogger.
It's not. I blogged for a while.
Nobody likes to write and do it every week,
okay, so Shauna, the Shauna Method, theshaunamethod.com. She talks about back to school bad ideas.
Ooh.
So we have been talking about back to school for the last 5 weeks on Thursdays with our hashtag myOrganizedStudent.
That's right, which is just coming to an end
Yes,
here
it
because
is.
everyone's back to school next week.
Pretty much.
Just about.
Right. So she's
But these are
telling
bad
us
ideas.
Bad ideas. What not to do.
Oh, I like that.
So she has 3 columns. It's kind of a neat blog post. 3 columns.
All right.
It's kind of like a spreadsheet. There's the bad idea, and there's the why it's a bad idea, and what to do instead of that.
Good. It's not just complaining, it's coming up with a solution.
Right. So, bad idea.
All right.
Hanging up every piece of art on the fridge.
Well, then you don't have that collage.
Well, that's the because the space will become overwhelmed. I think.
Okay.
I can see like parents of really young kids doing this.
Oh,
They want to save everything.
I think every parent does. Don't they do that? You know.
Probably. I don't know.
And if they had our large Justic
board,
they could put it on there and they would need no pins.
And actually, she says, instead of doing that, designate a gallery for the artwork in a hallway or a large wall. Hang artwork with painter's tape to protect the walls.
You know what we do at our house? So we got these frames. They look like picture frames with the insert. So they're in the bathroom. So every kid has their featured art. So then we take one out and put one in.
That's a good idea. How often do you change them?
I don't know. I never do it, but actually I just noticed them the other day, so they just got changed.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's probably maybe once a month.
Really?
And
wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool because they usually, my kids are really into art too, so it's fun looking at them. But with a nice picture frame, and I think they sell those at
or slip in there pretty
Room
easily.
and Board or whatever. They're like it's like a picture frame with a slot in the back, so you don't have to undo it and you just slip it in and out.
Oh, well,
but you've got the nice picture frame, yeah.
Maybe you should link to that somehow.
Well, maybe not.
Okay, another bad idea: letting kids randomly drop their stuff off when they come in. So, why is this a bad idea? Because children are unlikely to automatically form productive and uniform
habits.
A new routine.
Yes. No, I think most kids like the idea of coming in.
Yeah, if you just drop your backpack, that's going to become habit, and then that's
we don't
bad.
Want that.
So
bad idea.
Instead, be clear from the start of where your backpack goes, where the lunchbox goes, your shoes go here, etc.
I see Shauna sitting in, and her kid walks in, and she blows a whistle. No penalty. Take it away.
You think she does that?
No. There was someone in my neighborhood last night, a parent with a whistle, their kids were
the Von Trapp family.
Yeah, they weren't playing games. It was they ran out there. Get back here,
Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And Shauna has a whole list of these. I'm just going to go over a couple more.
All right.
Let's see. Expecting kids to go upstairs to do their homework in their rooms.
All right.
This is a bad idea because many kids, especially younger kids, like to do homework out in the kitchen.
Right.
Of course, they want to be my mom and dad. You're not going to want to be up.
So she's saying that you want them to go do the homework?
No, you don't.
You don't? Because they don't go up and do homework. They go up and get on video games.
Video games or mess up their room or whatever. So she suggests keeping a caddy or rolling cart of supplies nearby that can be pulled out whenever needed and put away when it's time to eat.
Great idea.
So, let's see. Sending kids up to brush their teeth and get dressed after breakfast. That's a bad idea because, again, children are easily distracted.
Yeah, and they come down 3 hours later. Oh, I thought you were coming right back down.
3 hours? That's Mom and Dad would be out the door by then.
Yeah.
So instead, have them dress before they come down and use a downstairs bathroom for brushing teeth and doing their hair and stuff. And don't let them go back upstairs once they're done with those tasks.
Oh, okay.
And then, let's see, one last one. Leaving preparations for the morning is a bad idea because you never know what's going to come up in the morning. You know, someone could oversleep or whatnot.
Oh,
so
gosh,
do as much as you can the night before. Get the lunch boxes ready. Put as much of the lunch together as you can, and get maybe all your clothing that you're going to wear.
Awesome. Yep. All right, well, I'll put the slide up again. This is the ShaunaMethod.com, and these are the back-to-school bad ideas, ones you don't want to do. Okay, well, let's move on to our next slide here in our next blog, freshlyorganized.com, our friend Amy Tokus, and this is 4 keys to organizing strategies for families.
Yes, okay.
Yes. You know, and Amy's done a lot of podcasts on SME.com with us on family organizing.
Family stuff.
So,
yes,
you know, you think about probably like the perfect family. They probably have like the perfect family.
She has 4 kids also, just like you.
I know. And it's actually interesting. On one of the podcasts, I was saying, you know, you guys probably have it pretty. She goes, yeah, my kids are pretty good. She probably has really good kids.
Probably.
You know, way to go, Amy. Shout out to you.
We don't even know her kids. We're just assuming.
No, she actually said her kids are pretty good. I said, do your kids like ever fight? Not really. They're pretty good. It's like, wow, that's really nice.
That is nice.
Anyway.
Good.
I could be embellishing on that too. So you'll have to go watch that.
That is one of your traits. You like to embellish.
Our last podcast.
It's okay, we're not going to hold it against you.
All right.
Okay.
So as a parent, it is our job to teach kids healthy habits. And we often, you know, when we think about healthy habits for a kid, we think about food and exercise, but not on organization. So she's got 4 key organizing strategies for families. Strategy number 1, set limits. Oh yeah.
Yep,
we hear that around our house.
Good idea.
We all kind of have, and the thing is, we kind of all have limits with our stuff. And if we don't keep them in check, you know what happens?
Things start everywhere.
You know, like, seems like we always, at the end of the year, like end of the summer before school starts, we're cleaning out the room, and it's like, where did they get all this stuff? It just kind of accumulates. I think my kids are hoarders. I don't know.
It ends up everywhere.
Yes. So she recommends 2 areas for kids' toys, for example, probably for younger kids.
Okay.
A main area, and then their bedroom.
Okay.
So, and having a limit maybe of 1 bin per child kind of keeps a limit on the number of toys they have. You know, kids always, your kids, they kind of play with the same toys.
Yeah.
They get their favorites anyway, right?
And then you start to go through them, and then all of a sudden that's their new favorite toy, the one you're about to give it.
Yeah. So you haven't played with this much. Oh no, that's my favorite. Yeah.
And then it ends up, under the stove 5
Give
minutes later.
them space is the moral of the story, but not unlimited. So limits. Okay. Number 2, stick to a routine. Kids love predictability, and you know they always say, "Oh, that's boring." No. Actually, they like it when they know things are planned.
They know what's going on.
And a good routine gives your child time to get tasks done without undue stress. So one thing she talks about in here, and you know, you can go again to her article and read the whole piece of it, but let's say, for example, setting time limits. So maybe your kid takes about 5 minutes to eat. Whatever, that seems pretty long for a kid because they usually blast through their food.
Or they pick at it and it takes them about 45 minutes.
She's just using this as an example, but she said, well, you know, instead of, you know, at the end of 5 minutes screaming at them, you know, maybe like let them go for 4 minutes and give them a 1-minute warning, maybe even put a timer on so they know that they can, okay, I've got a minute to finish up, and they can usually do it. So let them eat leisurely for 4 minutes, but in that last minute, wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, strategy number 3, use lists. Of course, you can't be a professional organizer without lists. And she says there's all kinds of checklists you can use, maybe for their cleaning, like their personal hygiene, maybe, and she said for like little kids, maybe use like a photo checklist. So a picture of someone brushing their teeth and combing their hair. So that might be good. Maybe a sports checklist posted near their gear so they know, Mom, where's my shin pads? You know, or whatever they're looking for.
Good impression.
A homework checklist, you know, so, and I think they get a lot of those at school anyway, like here's what you got to get done.
Okay.
And then a chore checklist. So, you know, it gives them an idea of what they need to get done around. Like, oh, I forgot I was supposed to clean that. You know, it's right on your checklist.
It's right on your list, yep.
Yeah. So use lists, very good thing to help kids remember and gets them into a good routine. And finally, get kids involved. This is strategy number 4. Cooking, cleaning, shopping, they're all opportunities to get your kids involved. Can they maybe plan a meal? Maybe if it's even simple, you know, like your younger kids, maybe they know how to make mac and cheese. Well, just make that their meal.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is.
Okay.
You know, it's always easier to, you know, for us to say, well, you know, it's so much easier for me to just do it myself instead of teaching them. But get through that pain of teaching them because it's going to help you in the long run. And the more we teach at a young age and set the expectations, the more successful our children will be as adults.
That sounds good.
I think it is good. I think it's, you know, it's interesting because with 4 kids and now my youngest just hitting around 13, she's finally getting the hang of cleaning the kitchen.
She doesn't get a stomachache every night anymore?
No, lay down. No, it's interesting. They all kind of, I don't know, 13 or 14, but it's a couple years of struggle.
Yeah.
Of, come on, no, you missed that. No, you didn't do that. And now she kind of does a really good job.
Well, that's good.
You know, without any prompting. And she kind of knows it's her job, too, because like, oh, I didn't even eat the dinner and I still have to clean it, right? Yeah, you still have to do it. So anyway, I'll put the slide up again. This is freshlyorganized.com, Amy Tokus, and 4 keys to organizing strategies for families. And now another repeat.
Next one, one of our favorites.
One of our favorites.
Ellen DeLapp.
Ellen DeLapp.
Professional-organizer.com.
Yes. In the Houston area. By the way, do you know this is kind of like the 1-year anniversary of the big flooding down
is
there?
it really?
It happened right around now.
Okay.
I mean, I know it was over several days, but I just heard a thing on the radio that a lot of the people in that area, and the thing that made me think about it, they said Friendswood, which I think is kind of near the Houston area, there's still some people that are still living upstairs because their downstairs hasn't been fixed yet. So anyway, Ellen DeLapp.
Yes. She talks about secrets to managing multiple projects.
Okay.
So when work...
Yes. It's not multitasking. It's really how do you manage multiple projects.
Right. Okay. So this is a pretty long article, so I encourage people to actually go and read the article. So I'm just going to highlight a few things.
Sounds good.
So she starts off, wouldn't work and life be easier if we could just have one project to do at a time?
That would be great.
And when we have more to do, we get overwhelmed. So let's just talk about some things to help with multiple projects.
All right.
Number 1, identify the goal. So before you start a project, be sure you understand and know what your final goal is.
Okay.
Keep the end in mind and remember to keep it simple when you're kind of...
Well, I think too, when you have a goal, you know when you're finished that you achieve something.
Right.
You know, you can't just start out some direction and not know where you're going.
Correct.
Okay.
And schedule a timeline. And every project should have a complete date. And if you have multiple projects, try to stagger those complete dates so you're not, scrambling to try to finish them all at once because that's pretty much impossible.
Got it.
And schedule these by writing in your planner or digital calendar so you've got your reminders in front of you. Hey, this project is going to be coming up due soon.
Or do one of those fancy Gantt charts where they have the lines and the...
Yes, right.
But I don't think, you necessarily need to do that, but it does help visually for people that are visual.
Yep. Assess resources and communicate with your team. So evaluate what resources are available to you, who can help. So if I needed a project on video editing, who could I call?
I don't know.
You.
Probably me. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And who is a valuable team member with the required skill set. And then once you access all your resources, kind of divvy them up and put them to work. For the most effectiveness.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's easier to have someone who really can do it faster.
Right.
Because I keep thinking about, we need to get our house painted, and I would not be the one to paint the house.
No, and you wouldn't want to hire me to.
No, and I really wouldn't want to hire me, but then I kind of want, should I just do some of it? No, we need to hire somebody.
Yep. And let's see, assess risks and obstacles. Be sure you're aware of what kind of roadblocks you might come to, and make sure you have those kind of on your radar so you know.
Things that maybe someone's not available, it delays the project. Yeah.
Then she talks about tracking multiple projects. We kind of touched on that before. Writing it down, and then maybe at home, if you don't cook every single day, maybe pick 2 days a week that you're going to cook.
Right.
And then maybe have your laundry days set out. So you kind of are aware of everything.
Kind of that weekly view, weekly planning, right?
Yep.
Great.
And then let's see, for work projects, set your goals for each project and assess your resources again. And then the biggest secret to managing multiple projects is smart calendaring and setting specific times to accomplish pieces of each project.
I think that really is good when you associate time with something, because then it's not open-ended. It's like, I got to get this done by a certain time. And if you can't come up with that, it's probably not an important project.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So,
and again, there's a lot of, I just briefly touched on these. This is like chock full of information.
Yeah, okay, we're going to put the slide up again. It is professional-organizer.com. Secrets to managing multiple projects. Projects. Secrets to managing multiple projects. Yes, Ellen
DeLapp, our friend.
All right, Ellen, great job.
Yeah.
Well, we managed multiple blogs today.
We did.
And
it's not an easy task.
It isn't. And, it is the Labor Day weekend, so we kind of need to get moving here.
We need to wrap it up. People need to get off.
It's almost getting dark outside.
Oh, gosh.
Well, you never know.
Yes, it is. What, 2:15? How long have we been on air for?
Yeah, not very long, yes. Okay, so anyway, well, that's it for this week. Next week, it's Labor Day weekend, so Monday we're not here. Nope. So obviously this show will be not here.
We'll be dark.
Tuesday we have some flashback stuff. Wednesday we start season 6 of the podcast.
Who kicks off our season?
Linda Samuels,
our friend Linda.
She always has great stuff too. In fact, this is a great podcast. Yep. I'll tease you on that, and we'll see that next week. And then we'll back to our regular organizing solutions on Thursdays, and Blogger Roundup still here on Fridays. But short week next week.
Yep, 4 days.
Which is great. I love those 4-day weeks because they go by really fast.
They do.
So, well, everyone have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you back here next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, myOrganized.life live.